What is going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Stand, where we are trying to get in a draft every day leading up into the start of the NFL season. We're going to go ahead, do our sneak into this weekly winners draft here. Funds are running a little bit low, so after this, may take a break on Underdog Fantasy, go back to in some couple mock drafts on Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard, which the beauty about that is we'll be able to knock out, at least two drafts per episode instead of one with just being able to get through it so quick. So we are waiting in this draft, still about 5 people away. Excited to get in here just to see how everything is going, moving, rising. Obviously, seeing who's falling here, if CeeDee Lamb still falls, or if the draft will still start out Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, and essentially Tyreek Hill, how it always has been. And we are going to see which position we get, and of course, who falls to us. Been doing my favorite strategy late, but want to do a chance to get more shares of Bijan Robinson on my rosters. I have a couple of rosters with him where we were able to land him, especially going on that build of trying to get the best or better running backs, which honestly we may see who fall. If we're able to get Bijan Robinson, maybe pair him up with a Saquon Barkley, that would be amazing. And honestly, a build that I personally haven't been exploring enough. So we do have the eighth pick, which means we do have a shot at Bijan Robinson here. It just depends on how he falls, how he shapes, or how the draft shapes up. Breece Hall is also a very interesting pick. I actually have maybe just one share of Breece Hall. Not really giving him his praise as much as everyone else. Of course, with me going wide receiver, it's easy for me to overlook, especially if I'm looking at these top three running backs. I'd rather have either Christian McCaffrey or Bijan Robinson. Just the young hotness. Exciting. But I would definitely give a shot at him, and at least just to say I have him on one of my drafts. So hoping for maybe one of these running backs. We'll see if any of these wide receivers fall. I mean, A.J. Brown kind of is the tier for me. Do love Puka Nacua, but this year with a fully healthy Cooper Kupp, we will see how this season shapes out. Oh, wow, look at that. Bijan Robinson goes number 2. All right. Going to see how this shapes out. Tyreek Hill as the first wide receiver off, then CeeDee Lamb. Amon-Ra has been our champion, my champion. Until he is taken off the board, he will always be starred. From there, though, there's just question marks. There's the hold in from Jamar Chase, where he's still not practicing. There's Justin Jefferson, which, of course, he's signed that extension. But, guys, I'm pretty sure he did that because this season is not going to go well. So you're going to have to keep him happy. Happy he goes. And here's the option. We're at least going to get one of our two guys in Amon-Ra or Breece Hall. With the A pick, the good thing about going Breece here would be the fact that we would still be able to get a good wide receiver, which I'm still a believer in Devontae Adams. A lot of people aren't. Dude auto drafts and just gets Amon-Ra. Gonna go here. I'm gonna get Breece Hall, guys. Pick 8. We'll start seeing some of these running backs go off, which actually this past lately weeks I have been seeing a lot more running backs taken off the board, which guys who you thought would maybe fall to round 3 in the even like the Isaiah Pacheco's of the world been going, round 2. So I do love me some Isaiah Pacheco. Do love me some Kyron Williams and Derrick Henry. Just hoping that they at least can fall to round 3, guys. From here, 7 picks away. Wide receiver wise, there's just some question marks there. We'll see who falls. We're six picks away. Devontae Adams may possibly be there, which I would take when you start with running back and a great wide receiver. The thought, though, of also pairing Brees Hall with another top running back of Kyron Williams or Isaiah Pacheco is also very interesting. There goes Jahmyr Gibbs at 2-1, 3 picks away. Hmm. 2 picks. A lot of guys auto drafting. Oh, he goes Kyron. Back to back, Jonathan Taylor and Kyron Williams. Not bad. Hey, we actually, it's our turn. Isaiah Pacheco is there. Marvin Harrison is there. Saquon Barkley is there. You know, guys, I have 0 Saquon Barkley shares. This is where I would give Saquon Barkley a shot here and pair him with Brees Hall. And here we go. I want to see how this build's going to go. See how these other wide receivers will possibly fall. We are 14 picks away, so that is a bummer. But 14 picks away means we have a shot at still a top tight end and possibly Travis Kelce or Sam Laporta. Heck, Isaiah Pacheco could be there. And if we're looking for a RB3, personally, look at that, 22, 25, 21, 8, man. He more than likely wouldn't be there, but if Josh Allen was there, that would actually be a very interesting dilemma choice we have. And honestly, with this build, I'd do it. I'll try it. Hey, Travis Kelce goes in the 2nd round. Guy pairs Amon Ra and Marvin Harrison. That's going to be nice. Jamar Chase, Derrick Henry. CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans. Tyreek and Debo. Bijan, Chris Olave. And let's see if he gets a running back just to start it. Oh, it's a wide receiver. So we are one of 2 teams that actually started off running back. Team 1 went, of course, Christian McCaffrey and got 2 solid wide receivers. However, Cooper Kupp, is he the 1B now? And Nico Collins, is he the 1B? Is he the 1A? Is he the 1C? There are 3 options there. Like how Hayes went, running back, wide receiver. Peter goes ahead and gets Josh Allen. Don't blame him. Four picks away. There goes Patrick Mahomes. Those are 3 solid guys to lead up. And he, of course, knew that Mango was more than likely probably targeting him. Dang. Isaiah Pacheco goes. Would have loved me some Pacheco. If he's available, I believe I would go Jalen Hurts. I don't have a lot of shares of Jalen Hurts. Brandon Ayuk. And it would be interesting to start this build Brees Hall, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts. And you know what? That actually would be a stack that I would take, the Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, because Saquon Barkley is going to get the yards. Hurts will get the touchdowns. So even though last year's MVP and Lamar Jackson is there, the new hotness in Anthony Richardson, I actually don't have enough Jalen Hurts shares. And that could be a shame on me. We're 7 picks away. More than likely here I will be looking for my first wide receiver, and George Pickens to me is number one on this list. He is an alpha. I believe he will be good this year. Other people in consideration, I'm just starring. Malik Neighbors, I mean, he just has question marks, even with Daniel Jones there. Stephon Diggs, any reports? There goes Laporta. Five picks away. Like I said, with this build, more than likely we'll get our first wide receiver here, especially with us having to fill 3 out. We are starting to head to that tier of the last kind of top wide receiver ones. There are still some to find later on. However, it would be smart to try and get one. And at least right here, George Pickens is who we are trying to get. Honestly, wide receiver wise, just to kind of wait and see. My consideration would be either Mark Andrews, possibly there, should George Pickens be gone. Because you have the question marks of is DJ Moore the wide receiver 1 there? Is Stephon Diggs the wide receiver 1 there? Amari Cooper goes. Here we go, guys. We're going to go George Pickens. I love seeing this ADP game because no one here in round 4, even though we're picking the first one. Lamar Jackson was still there. And then Joe Rod, I'm sure, is feeling very happy going 3 wide receivers and then going that dual rushing quarterback in Lamar Jackson. So good start to him. We're experimenting with our start. 13 picks away. More than likely, one of these tight ends will not fall to us. Ooh, could give a shot in some Hollywood Brown. Some Christian Kirk. Ooh, what's the latest Joe Mixon news, guys? He's not playing Thursday. Of course not. Man, how severe is this injury? Like, that's... I just want to know. Alvin Kamara reported. I mean, of course, that was a week ago. Alvin Kamara is a wild card. Keon Coleman. A lot of people are waking up. Five picks away. Hollywood Brown goes. Joe Mixon goes. T. Higgins. 3 picks. Alvin Kamara. Oh, it would be so nice if Mark Andrews could fall to us because I would I can make this build happen. Is George Kittle there? Oh, Terry McLaurin. That's actually who I was hoping would have been able to fall to us later on. May have to attack Keon Coleman a little bit earlier if I want him. Maybe along this second pick, and then oh, there goes Mark Andrews before us, and of course this is a guy who has Lamar Jackson, so we missed out. That is a bummer. Well, there are still some good guys left available. Honestly, we could build out our. I'm going to get Chris Godwin right here first. I think he's just going to be consistent. Tank Dell's still there, but like I said, I'll take the 2 over potential 3. Heck, even with Dalton Schultz there being the 4th option. Man, our running backs are good. Quarterback's good. Wide receivers, we can fill this out. We'll just attack some of these tight ends later on. I just know, even though as much as we would want a George Kittle, if we play this ADP game, Keon Coleman will not fall to us. That's where we're still hoping Njoku and even Jake Ferguson kind of being that last, or, tier for me. Brock Bowers could have a decent rookie season. There'd be some good running backs that we can back up to where, as much as I would love Zamir White, here's where we would more than likely still tackle Keon Coleman a little bit ahead, especially with Keon's ADP rising. And yeah, him right there up, at least before Zamir's too. Man, really bummed about getting sniped of Mark Andrews ahead of us, but should have saw it coming. That guy had Lamar Jackson. Had he not have Lamar Jackson, would he win Mark Andrews? We don't know. But we already had our quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Otherwise, we would have took Lamar, and then it probably would have been a different story. There goes George Kittle. We are 1 pick away from ours. To me, this is where it's going to be Keon Coleman, especially with the recent footage and reports of him being already the wide receiver 1 there. Dang, this guy's 6 wide receivers? That's insane. Keon Coleman could lead the Bills in receivers. Keon Coleman will lead the Bills in receivers. So we have most of our starters here. We just need to fill out our tight end and, of course, a good flex position. If we could get Zamir White, possibly, I would love Raheem Mostert as well. Evan Ingram is there. Possibly he will be a PPR monster for that tight end position. It's just the touchdowns. Wow, CJ Stroud all the way to the 6. $12 picks away. No chance any of these guys will fall, but still, it's fun to cue them up and then see them go. James Conner, even though I believe Trey Benson will be the one there. I'll take some Dak. Still a lot of good value down here. Nine picks away. There goes Raheem Mostert. There goes James Conner. One running back before Zamir White. So there's probably not a good chance that he falls to us. I would take a chance on Lad McConkey as well. He's kind of rising up on my draft board. A lot of people are believing in him. Reports are saying he's got that great connection. As a fourth wide receiver, in actually this probably be my flex spot right here, would I'll take me some Lad if Zamir White's not there. Both of those are gone. Deontay Johnson obviously could definitely build his role. There goes Lad. We miss out on him. 5 picks away. There goes Zamir White. Miss out on him. 4 picks away. His 2 starters are Raheem and Zamir. There goes Dak Prescott with CeeDee Lamb to get that stack. Dang. That's why you take wide receivers first, guys. CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams. You got Devontae Adams in the 3rd. That's insane. Insane value. 2 picks away. One pick away. There goes Najee. Very interesting. We have Deontay Johnson here, who will be the wide receiver 1. You have the young rookie and Xavier Murray. You have Kyler Murray, who could be that joystick quarterback as well. Oh, I think I kind of want the value in Kyler Murray. No, I'm going Deontay Johnson. I'll take the points. This is why we have Jalen Hurts. And you know what? Apocalypse should take Kyler. You got 6 wide receivers. Get your quarterback, bro. I mean, what? You want another one? You know what? I want to see what the roster looks like. 83. I mean, he's only projected 10 points less than us on a weekly average, so he could be onto something. Xavier Worthy after. We are 6 picks away. We have our quarterback. We have our 2 running backs. We have 4 wide receivers set. We can start attacking some of these running backs. There goes Kyler Murray. Could go back-to-back tight ends. If I'm looking at running backs here available, Jonathan Brooks excites me, but he will be someone who will come in that second half of the season. DeAndre Hopkins goes 4 picks away. All right. There goes Jake Ferguson. Three picks away. Apocalypse does need a tight end. Obviously, he's gone wide receiver heavy here. He needs everything. So it's very Joe Burrow. Let's see who Apocalypse is going to go. He goes Zach Moss as his first. David Njoku there. Jonathan Brooks. Have David Njoku queued up here. We will be able to pick again before Apocalypse, hoping Jonathan Brooks would be there, at least another decent running back. But we do need a top tight end. David Njoku will give us, obviously, some great weeks. And we now have a full roster. DeAndre Swift goes after us. 12 picks away as we build this out. So obviously we need some decent running back depths. We got our two champions in Brees Hall, Saquon Barkley. Now we have a chance at getting some constant consistency. We have a shot, perhaps maybe at Brian Robinson. I would love that. Looking down here a little bit more, Gus Edwards, even though he is not practicing, Jerome Ford, he is still the running back one. A lot of positive talks of Chase Brown. Trey Benson will take over that backfield, so he will actually be someone that we will be targeting and moving up a little bit more. And even Ezekiel Elliott, who will be getting some of those touchdowns there in Dallas. Blake Corum would be on our radar if we had Kyron Williams. We obviously don't. So as we get a little bit lower, we'll be sure to go through and queue up some more guys. We are 6 picks away though. Jonathan Brooks went 3-4 picks ago. And man, yeah, that's who. This guy is definitely building a pretty decent roster. Going with the Tyreek, going with Debo, Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid stack. And then the running backs he chose. I mean, he hit on them. He's hitting on them. T. Higgins, I don't know if I would have got T. Higgins, but that's a way to respond. Oh, look, you go Brian Robinson. He's going reliable. He's choosing his champions. Peter Parr. I like your build, Peter Parr. And I like here how you went the number 1 QB. If I get that early enough pick, we'll test that out. May try it. Taking notes. Thank you, Peter Parr. Okay, we're 1 pick away. Obviously, we have all the guys we need, but now is the time to take your players. We like Trey Benson. We need some running backs. Right now, it looks like a lot of guys are taking the guys they want to. Apocalypse here, Tony Pollard or Gus Edwards. Blake Corum. Zach Moss and Blake Corum. Dang, did you take that just because he had Kyron Williams after? That's... Four picks away, 3 picks away. Looking who is around this range. I would take another running back here. The pick to me would be either Gus Edwards Oh, Jerome Ford goes. People are waking up. 2 picks away, Brock Bowers. Hoping here to either get Gus Edwards or Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, Chase Brown working out. Still going Gus Edwards here. If anything, will we be pairing him up with someone like a J.K. Dobbins or possibly Kamani Vidal later on. But Gus Edwards, Gus the Bus, does provide that touchdown upside. So that is what we are chasing here. We are 13 picks away. Tajay goes after us. Tua from there. 12 picks in. 14. Get some decent backups for the season who could possibly give us some good output and points. Obviously, we have David Njoku. Pat Freiermuth could be there for us where we could just get a good backup in that position. He's got that week 9 bye, as Njoku has that week 10, so he would be perfect pair. Kirk Cousins would be another one. I would go Cole Kmet. Start giving some shots as the young rookies in Jalen Polk. Some positive news from Josh Downs that I've heard recently. I'm going to need to do that. Underdog has not updated that just quite yet. CJK fully practicing. Very interesting to see what that would look like if both are actually healthy. Five picks from us. Chase Brown, one of our targets, went 3 picks ago. Interesting build there. We are 4 picks away. I don't know how I missed Dalton Schultz. I would actually choose Schultz over Pat Freiermuth. So at least we should have options come here through being 3 picks away. You know, I do have Jalen Hurts. Should Dallas Goedert be there, I will choose him, go that stack. Should be back fully healthy and just kind of give us those extra points there. Oh, there goes J.K. Dobbins. Frog game. Wow, 3 heavy on the quarterbacks early. Not bad build. I mean, guys I don't hate. That's the thing. 1 pick away. Hoping to get Goddard here. Actually, Kirk Cousins is in consideration for me here. But I'll take Goddard. I'll do the stack. Hoping being 8 picks away. Kirk Cousins is there. It's going to be tough because it is going to make me choose between him and probably Jalen Polk and Xavier Legette, who I both like as young rookies. Tyler Algier ticketed for big role again. Man, just... All right. Rashad Bateman took a little bit of a hit. It's not good. Give a shot of Levy. Oh, what's the news on Roman? I saw something earlier on this. Carted off is never good. Hey, we're actually one pick away. So looking back here, Kirk Cousins does end up falling to us. He's kind of number one on my pick. Would have went Dalton Schultz had we not gotten Dallas Goedert. Cole Kmet would have been an option there. Jalen Polk is an option for us, but with this being the weekly, we're gonna need some gunslingers, and I believe Kirk Cousins can hopefully just stay healthy or come back and from his injury, and of course stay healthy. 2-week 14 buys. He's looking for one more. And hey, we actually have a pretty balanced roster here with 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, and 2 tight ends. Right here in the 12th round, where we got Kirk Cousins. Obviously, a few more rounds to go. We're 11 picks away. Filling out this roster with just playmakers who we think can put up some points. With running backs, could definitely use some good depth pieces. Wide receivers, we're going to need some, hopefully find some young rookies that could produce and shine this year. We'll see who falls. Obviously, we're targeting Jalen Polk, Xavier Legette, Rashad Bateman. We are 9 picks away, and right now that may mean only Xavier Legette may fall to us. Go ahead and queue up Darnell Mooney purely because we have Kirk Cousins. So to have his wide receiver 2 could yield some interesting output for us. Rashad Bateman is also queued up in consideration. Maybe not this next round, but the round after. Just going through to see who else could possibly be there. Queued up Braylon Allen just for our Breece Hall pick. There goes Jalen Polk. We missed out on him. Tyrone Tracy, young rookie. Three picks away. Still 3. Two picks. Jahan Dotson goes. One pick away. Hey, Josh Downs. Ooh. Okay, Josh Downs goes before us. Well, right now our 2 options, I believe, are Darnell Mooney and Rashad Bateman. Actually, Kamani Vidal. I honestly don't know who to go here. I'll get one of the receivers. Gonna go Bateman. Eight picks, and right now we're hoping Vidal is there. If not, I did queue up Will Levis. And let me tell you guys, I'll take a shot. A lot of people are somewhat hating, but didn't he throw 4 touchdowns in his NFL debut? I think something like that. So I'm not mad at Will Levis. You play. Oh, there goes Kamani. Man, he's got the backups. Zach, Rico, Kamani. Dang. Darnell Mooney did not fall. Jalen Wright. All right, right here. Aaron Rodgers, Jermaine Burton. If it's going to be a pass-happy offense, I'll take a piece of it. 13 picks away. 7, 14. All right, we got a shot at Troy Franklin and Braylon Allen. Those are our 2 picks here. And if we don't get those 2, we actually have the next 2 up in the running back and wide receiver that we will be chasing there. But hearing some hype on Troy Franklin, gonna give him a shot there, even though Denver offense last year was just horrid. Braylon Allen purely to help back up Breece Hall, as Breece Hall does have some injury history. In Philadelphia, probably have to do some research on who may be the backup. But if we're targeting 2 more running backs essentially in that spot, if I can get one of the ones I have queued up here, and at least Braylon Allen and Tyrone Tracy, who does have an opportunity to overtake Devin Singletary, I'll start looking at some other guys who can at least possibly be that number 2 behind Saquon. Four picks away. One pick away. Hoping for Troy Franklin here. Roman Wilson goes. We'll see how severe that injury is, but Troy Franklin will be our pick. Other queued up in consideration, Hunter Henry, just because he will catch some of those red zone touchdowns. And we are playing the ADP game and hoping that Braylon Allen does fall to us. Should he not, we're going to go Tyrone Tracy if he's there. By chance, both of them are gone. We'll take a chance at a 7th wide receiver and an exciting young rookie in Jalen McMillan. We do have Chris Godwin. So the thing about McMillan would simply be, should anything happen to Chris Godwin, which, of course, another injury-prone player, highly would, and should McMillan have that shot at being in that starting role, could absolutely shine. One pick away. Man, Apocalypse really loaded up on these backups. Which he may go Braylon Allen here. I'd be so... Okay, Mike Gesicki, thank goodness. Oh, man. Well, guys, I just believe Braylon Allen here is going to be the pick. We help back up our Breece Hall #1 pick and just help lock up that running back depth. That was our 16th round pick, which means we do have 2 more. Hoping to get 1 more running back. We'll possibly look at another wide receiver should Jalen McMillan still possibly be there. If not, don't necessarily go more quarterback, but Derek Carr honestly could go off. And with some of these builds, would much rather, take away from our opponents, essentially play defense. 12 picks, 7. Looking down here. Do have a shot at Jalen McMillan, but like I said, Derrick Henry will also be an option should they both. Or there goes Jalen McMillan right there. By veteran Money Moss, who has Dak, Baker, got that stack. Got that Tampa Bay stack, got that Rashad. Running back's a little iffy, but look at that, guys. Look at those starting 4. CD, Mike, Devontae. Not going Cade. All right, going heavy Tampa Bay stack here. It's a bold strategy, Cotton, but Money Moss, you are the vet. I believe. Six picks away. We do have Tyrone Tracy queued up here. Oh, and he goes right there. Kind of running out of picks, though. Deontay Foreman is going to steal away some of those touchdowns. Two picks. One pick away. Yeah, there's no more wide receivers really we would want to take. Tight ends, Noah Fant. But if I had to take an extra pick, I'd rather take it on a running back or someone who could possibly give, some of that touchdown value. I'm going to go Deontay Foreman here because I believe with him being the number 2 running back there in Cleveland, will vulture some of the touchdowns. He did great filling in that role last year. We have 1 more pick left, and I'm debating which route to go. We're not going to get a third tight end. We're going to play out with the 2 that we have in David Njoku and Dallas Goedert. Both had different buys. Both fairly consistent at their position. We have our 3 quarterbacks. We have an opportunity possibly to get another. I'm just looking here on who could possibly fall. I mean, there goes Geno Smith. But considering Bo Nix, purely because we have Troy Franklin, and we were talking about, or just comparing them of being the Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. So here we could do the Troy Franklin, Bo Nix. My other option is going Kenneth Gainwell as another running back, and just to help shore up Saquon should anything happen. And then we get another piece of that Philadelphia offense where we already have Jalen Hurts. It's just which option do we want to go? And at the same time, it's will Bo Nix put up points and oh, you know what? He could possibly. Well, here's my dilemma, guys. Bo Nix or Kenneth Gainwell. This is purely, do I want the backup to my running back position just to kind of shore it up? Which, honestly, may be the route to go, only with this being best ball. We already have our 3 quarterbacks. We'll try our Troy Franklin, Bo Nix stack later, but Kenneth Gainwell, I mean, as you can see with ponies, he went Will Shipley before, thinking that, he'll be the 2. But man, look at Apocalypse's team. Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, I probably would have stopped it at 6, and then at 7 attack. Because then, yeah, look, he still would have like Ramondre, possibly Zamir. Right, what? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would have stopped at 6. Maybe even at 5. But dang, dude. Zach Moss, Blake Corum. Oh, hey, you did get Javonte Williams. I will say that actually is a surprise pick and could be the starter. But this is another draft in the books, guys. Thank you again for following along. As you can see, we were one of 2 teams that did start off running back first. We did go Breece Hall and Saquon Barkley. Ended up getting our quarterback. Had very little shares in Jalen Hurts, but wanted to grab him. And then as it came back, just thought that attacking that wide receiver position just to try and get the best value we can. George Pickens is going to be at alpha. Chris Godwin's going to be consistent in that wide receiver 2 PPR format. Keon Coleman will be Josh Allen's wide receiver 1. And Deontay Johnson is the wide receiver 1 right now in Carolina. So we were lucky out to have at least 4 starting wide receivers right there. Rashad Bateman, as long as he stays healthy, could be a great role. And Troy Franklin, the young rookie, hopefully can get some exciting playing time and connection there in Denver. So filling out our running back after we went Breece Hall and Saquon, going Trey Benson, believe he will eventually take over that role. The Gus Bus, who when he gets back is slotted to be that running back 1 and get those touchdowns, hopefully in that Harbaugh offense. Braylon Allen just securely lock up Breece Hall with our number 1 pick. Deontay Foreman to hopefully vulture some touchdowns, and Kenneth Gainwell to get a backup piece behind Saquon. Like I said, for quarterback, we did end up spending a little bit early for Jalen Hurts. After that, getting a couple of backups in Kirk Cousins. We're hoping he's healthy. He can sling it. And Will Levis will sling it as well. And as we see what this Tennessee offense will look like. Weekly average here, 182. This is picking from the 8 spot, guys. Really appreciate you following along. We'll hopefully bring you another draft here soon on the Underdog Fantasy platform. If not, we will be Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard. But appreciate again another episode of Fantasy Stand. You guys take care, and we'll see you again next time.